Week two, week two, week two. Okay. Just got out of the shower, so my hair's still a little wet. Because I showed my shirt last week, I'll show it this week. Spider-Man. Okay. I don't really have as much as I did last week. Oof. All right, I'm gonna stop messing with it. Because I mean, last week I had 6 Harry Potter movies, so whatever. So I did finish the Harry Potter franchise. I'm looking small. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I want to look large. Okay. Deathly Hallows Part 1, I give it 3. Thought it was fine. I thought it was good, sorry. And then Part 2, 3.5. Thought it was really good. I don't know, Part 1 of Deathly Hallows is going to be a little difficult because I did watch Part 1 last Thursday when I got done recording. So I think my favorite scene was probably the attack on the Weasley home. I hope that's in Part 1. I really liked that, especially with Harry chasing Lestrange through the cornfield, and she was like, "I killed Sirius Black." So I liked that part, and then like Harry, Ginny, I don't know, the other people, they all were standing in that circle, just fending off the attack, and it was like that spinning camera. I thought it was really well done. I just didn't like the whole traveling aspect of the movie, which is the whole movie, I think it's probably polarizing, maybe. It's either you love it or you don't, and I didn't love it. I thought the amulet, or no, the locket? Yeah, I thought the locket stuff was pretty cool. I just really didn't like the love triangle stuff. I wasn't a big fan of that. Well, I don't even know what else to say about Part 1. It definitely felt like filler, Like the whole movie was just get the locket. I don't know. I feel conflicted on if it had to be. I'm gonna try and keep this short. I am on like 15% on my phone, but I feel conflicted on whether or not it should have been a 2-parter, but I feel like, yeah, it kind of benefited from it because Part 2 wouldn't have been as good if all the stuff from Part 1 was shoved in it, Not me laughing at it is stupid, but all right. I don't know. And then Part 2, I thought it was great. I really liked it. All the Voldemort stuff was really cool. I loved the scene whenever he welcomes Draco and he's like, "Oh, Draco," like that. It's so funny, and that was unscripted too, which I think is even funnier. I didn't love seeing the ghosts of Harry's parents. I mean, it just kind of felt like Goblet of Fire again, where it was like, "We're here with you, son." I don't know. I just didn't love it. But again, it has to be there. It's not like I would take it out. It's just I wasn't a fan of it. Don't know what else to say, really. Oh, I liked seeing Umbridge again. Oh, is that... I think that might have been in Part 1. But I liked seeing Umbridge again. She was one of my favorites. I'm going to try and not say or anymore. I'm going to try and talk a little slower. Because like I said, I'm not editing this. So let me try and speak a bit more eloquently. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. I liked it. The ending scene, the 19 years later, I wasn't a fan. I'll be honest. Doesn't it take place in 1997? I don't know. Because I'm trying to think of 19 years later. No, there's no way. I don't know then. But I just didn't love it, And also, more Ginny. I wish that it was a different actor, for Ginny. No hate on whatever her name is, but I just don't really think she was cutting it, Tom Felton as Malfoy, Draco, really cool. I didn't like his hair in this one. Like all the others, he was blonde, but in this, it was like white. I guess it could have some significance. I don't know, but I just, it was a little jarring for me. It was kind of funny. I don't know. I don't remember what movie it was, but they had Crab, like, there was just one movie where Draco's lackeys was like a, a black kid and a girl instead of the two white kids, which I would have been fine with if it was like that from the beginning, but having it be like the same actors and then boom, just for one movie. And I don't know if it was Half Blood Prince or definitely Hallows Part 1. Ooh, I wish I could remember. But there was one movie where it was like that, and then the next movie, and because I had forgotten, I was like, oh yeah, I guess I forgot. It's like this for the rest of the trilogy, the rest of the franchise. And then nope, the next movie it was back to those same white guys, and I was like, oh, well, that was a bit odd. But yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know if Draco. I mean, the one that hates anyone who isn't pure. I don't know if Draco would be hanging out with students outside of his own gender or race, you know. And he doesn't have to because he's a bad guy, you know. I'm not really big on having even the villains be, you know, politically correct because it's like, well, no, like they're bad, you know, they're villains. Like we need to show that kind of behavior is bad by having the bad guy think that way, you know? Because then if you have the bad guy think politically correct, then, you know, someone could get the wrong message by watching that and being like, oh, the bad guy thinks that women should have equal rights. I guess we shouldn't do that. I don't know. I just don't really love Harry Potter as a whole. God, I've been 7 minutes on Harry Potter. Harry Potter doesn't deserve all this. Then I watched Iron Man 2, like I said. I gave it a 3. I thought it was good, but just a huge step down from Iron Man, which I gave a 4. I liked it more than I thought it would. I think in last week's video, I guessed that it'd be like a 2.5 or a 3. So I was pleasantly surprised. It was better than I thought. Don Cheadle was way better than Terrence Howard as Rhodey. The War Machine armor looked great. Who played Hammer? God, I'm using my phone so I can't look shit up. I don't remember who played Justin Hammer, but he was great. He's great in a lot of the stuff he does. I saw like a compilation of him dancing on like Jimmy Kimmel, so he's really funny. I didn't love the Whiplash stuff. I think Whiplash, that villain, was like the weakest part of the movie. God, my hair looks awful. I haven't put any of my stuff in it yet because it's still drying a bit. Whatever. Hammer was a way better villain than Whiplash was, so he was a bit weak. The Black Widow stuff, also a bit weak, you know. I liked the Coulson stuff and Nick Fury and like the little nods that they did to Incredible Hulk and Thor, because they all take place within a week. I think they did a comic book called like Fury's Big Week. So I like they were talking about New Mexico, which was New Mexico, the desert, which I don't know. I don't know where Thor takes place, because I know Coulson and Hawkeye show up in Thor. I haven't watched it yet because that's next on my list. But I don't know. Because I know that Incredible Hulk takes place in the Southwest. But I don't know where Thor takes place. That's funny. Whatever. I also watched Drive with Ryan Gosling. I love Ryan Gosling. Didn't love this movie though. I thought it was good. I gave it a 3 on a rewatch. I might give it a 3.5. I don't know. I was a little sleepy near the end. And movie's kind of slow. For a movie called Drive, they weren't going very fast. But yeah, it was just a little slow, and I think I was watching at like 11:30, like almost midnight, so I was a little tired, and just nothing crazy was happening to like keep me awake. But I would like to rewatch it. I might boot it up to a 3.5. I can't imagine liking it more than that. I'm trying to think. Bryan Cranston was really cool in Drive. He was all crazy. That was cringe. Oh my god. I keep saying I'm gonna kill myself. But Bryan Cranston was great. Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul did something on YouTube, and they were at, like, they ran a pawn shop or something, and that character is very similar to this one. I think that series came out in like 2014 or something, after like a year after Breaking Bad ended, and this movie came out in 2011. But yeah, the Bryan Cranston character in Drive is very like out there compared to Walter White, which I liked. You know, I always love to see an actor be able to stretch their acting legs, do something different than they're normally doing, if it's good, you know. But yeah, I gave it a 3. Again, I would like to rewatch it, but we'll see. What else? Oh, Oscar Isaac was in Drive. He was great. I loved that. I thought he was very attractive in that movie. I don't really like him, like how he looks in the Star Wars movie, but in Drive, man, that was crazy. Anything else about Drive? Not really much else. Okay, The Penguin. I watched the first episode of The Penguin. I talked about The Penguin a little bit last week because of the director's comments about Clayface. I think I talked about that. God, I hope so. I thought about talking about it for sure. But yeah, I watched the first episode. It was good. It was alright. I liked it. You know, I liked it enough. It's the first episode. I'm waiting for my partner to get here. We're going to watch episode 1. I'm going to rewatch it. And then we're going to watch episode 2 because that came out, I think they come out on Wednesdays. So it came out yesterday. But yeah, the first episode was cool, I guess. Kristen Melody, I think is her name, from How I Met Your Mother. She was really cool as Sophia Falcone, the Hangman, the Batman villain. She appears in like a story, but whatever. God, speaking of Batman, I really hope he shows up in The Penguin, because I'm going to be so upset if I get to the end of episode 8. Or 9 or 7. I don't know how many episodes there's going to be of Penguin. I think 8. But I'm going to be so pissed if I get to the end of episode 8 and Batman didn't show up at all. Now, they said Batman's not showing up at all. But I'm hoping that it's a fucking, like, Andrew Garfield. God, my hair's getting in my eyes. I'm hoping, yeah, look at that forehead. I'm hoping that it's an Andrew Garfield, like, I'm not the werewolf, you know, situation where they are just saying that so that people aren't like, oh, so Batman's in it. Okay. You know, but I don't know. Or at least, hopefully they're playing coy. Because even if Batman doesn't show up, if Bruce Wayne shows up, that would be awesome. Just get Robert Pattinson in the show at all. I talk with my hands, and I've realized that this whole time my hands have been below frame. I've still been doing this, but so I'm just gonna raise them up. It feels a little unnatural, but I'll get used to it. Yeah, I just hope Robert. God, this fucking hair. I'm not recording after taking a shower anymore because it hangs down too low. But I really hope Robert Pattinson is in the show in some capacity, because, man, that would be such a wasted opportunity. Because I'm already salty about the Penguin show. I am not happy about it. I wish we could have just gotten the Batman Part 2. You know? The Batman Part 2, I dropped my notebook. The Batman Part 2 would be coming out, like, in spring of next year, you know, if the Penguin show didn't get made. But instead of spring of 25, we have to wait until fall of 26. I'll lose my goddamn mind. That pisses me off. Oh, also, this is off topic. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I just thought about it. Spider-Man 4, Tom Holland, is apparently starting filming early next year. And then after they film the new Spider-Man movie, they're going to film the new Avengers movie. Why the fuck did we not get an Avengers movie for Phase 4? Huh? We're going to get an Avengers movie for Phase 5? Are we still in Phase 5? I don't even know, man. I don't follow the MCU anymore. Ever since Endgame was over. Oh, I didn't even I snapped when I did that. That's funny. But ever since Endgame ended, no, because it was Black Widow. When Black Widow came out, that's whenever I hopped off. Because I was like, this movie should have came out 3 years ago, you know? Let me see, 21. Yeah, it should have came out in like 2018, man. After, oh my god, yeah, such a wasted opportunity. Black Widow should have been the first female-led MCU film instead of Captain Marvel. Because Captain Marvel wasn't even good, you know? I watched it since I saw it in theaters. What was that, 5 years ago? So maybe I shouldn't be too harsh. I need to rewatch it. But 15 minutes. Oh, I'm breezing through this video. Okay. Last thing I actually had to talk about was I don't even need to pick it up. The Substance. Oh my God. Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, Dennis Quaid, directed by a woman. All right. But I saw it last night, a 9 p.m. showing. I loved it. Oh my God. It was so cool up until the last, 30 minutes. I honestly, up until the last, you know what, because it's like a almost 2.5 hour movie. I'll divvy it up into thirds. So the last 40 minutes is when I kind of fell off, you know? The first 2/3 of this movie, 5 stars, 5 out of 5. Holy shit, this movie fucking rocked my world. It had tits, it had ass. Oh man, it had everything you could ever want. No, but it was a really cool story, and I was really vibing with it. And the colors, like the style of this movie was like popping off the screen. Like, ooh, I don't remember the character's name. Oh, Elizabeth Sparkle. Like she had like this yellow coat, and it was crazy. It was popping off in every scene it was in. Oh, I wish I had a better vocabulary so I didn't just repeat popping off. But it was just vibrant, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It was beautiful. I loved it. And I also loved, I was going to get into spoilers. Okay, spoilers for The Substance, because I want to talk about it. Man, throughout the movie, like you can really tell that, and also this, okay, spoilers, this is going to be the last thing I'll talk about, so you're not going to miss much. Man, okay. See, if I could edit, I would have cut out that first part. Anyway, like throughout the movie, she is like becoming an addict, basically. Between Elizabeth, she gets the activator, and then she splits into Sue, and Sue just shuts off her former self. I mean, literally locks her in the fucking closet and is just draining her to keep herself. Oh man. Man, I really wish I wrote notes for this. I wasn't really expecting to go deep into this. I'm not gonna. There are other videos on The Substance, I'm guessing, because it was great. So go watch one of those. But I really liked it, and I think that you should go see it. If you're still, I mean, I gave you a spoiler warning. If you're still here and you haven't seen it, go watch it. It was awesome. But then near the end, I'll talk about where it lost me. Giant flesh monster. Oh, man. But yeah, just, I'm not big on Cronenberg stuff. My friend that I went to go see it with, he does like that. And so he loved it the whole way through. I think he gave it a 4.5. I would give it a 4. Because like I said, the first 2/3 of the movie, I'd give it a 5. But then that last bit definitely brought it down for me. But yeah, I mean, it made me uncomfortable for sure, which I think is the point. Because, I mean, there's like, whenever she's activating her perfect self, there's like the close-up of her putting the needle in. And then, like, whenever they're feeding her other self, again, a close-up of her putting in a needle. So it's supposed to make me uncomfortable. It succeeded. Just, Dennis Quaid was great. I'm going to say that. I think I already said it, but I don't think I did, actually. I got my mind's racing right now, thinking about The Substance. I really want to watch it again. I don't know if I'll see it again in theaters. God, my fucking theater experience was terrible. We had motherfuckers to our left, and we had motherfuckers below us. And my friend said we had some bitches behind us. I didn't hear them, but we had some bitches to our left and some bitches below us. Fuck. It was like 3 dudes sitting to our left, and they were just talking, just yapping the whole movie. And also just whenever, and it's like a drama. Like, yeah, there are funny moments, but it's mostly a drama. And they would just be laughing at parts that aren't funny, taking me out of the experience. Because I'm like, oh, damn, this is like crazy. And then they'd be like, And I had my friend between us, so I didn't hear this, but he said that like also whenever they would say something, they would repeat it like it was funny. Like they would be like, "Oh, here's the activator," and then they would say, "The activator." So thankfully, I didn't hear that. I just heard their obnoxious laughing, and then also I didn't hear the people behind us. So you'd have to ask him. But the people below us also were kind of annoying. And I think the people to our left and the people below us were feeding off each other because as the movie went on, it'd be like they'd laugh and then they'd laugh louder and then they'd laugh louder and then it was kind of an annoying feedback loop. This movie, I felt like it wasn't going to end because whenever she becomes a big, no, when did it start? Okay. When Elizabeth is like the old woman and she's going to terminate Sue, I was like, okay, here's where it ends. And then she didn't terminate Sue because she's like, oh, the New Year's Eve party. Oh, this was a sad line when she said, you're the only part of me that they'll love. The only part of you, Elizabeth, that Sue is good looks. You're still you. It's just that she is pretty. That broke me. When she said that, you're the only part of me that they love. Oh my God. Because she had already demonstrated earlier in the movie that she is so ashamed because she's 50. She's so ashamed of being old. She's so ashamed of her looks now. Which she is beautiful, by the way. I was watching this movie and I said, tits and ass, it was great. I thought she was beautiful. And so I think that broke my heart even more that she just felt so ugly. And because she was told, basically, like Dennis Quaid is so funny. Like his first scene, like the women's bathroom is out of order, so Demi Moore goes into the men's bathroom into a stall. And then Dennis Quaid's on the phone and he comes in, he's like, oh yeah, and I'm gonna get close to you, okay? I'm just gonna warn you. Because this is the shot that it was. And it was so funny. He was right here, and he's on the phone, and because I'm looking at myself. That's the camera. He's like, oh yeah, bitch is like 50, yeah, oh yeah, we gotta get someone new. He's pissing too, and it's funny because he's also an old man, so he's like, psh, 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 while he's talking, and then there's a moment where he goes, and there's like a little fart noise. I don't know if I made that up or not, but like I thought that's what I heard. Oh no. Oh no, okay, I'm at less than 10%. I hope that didn't mess up. I don't know if you noticed that, but I had to just close something out real quick. I got a little worried that it would stop the recording. So, okay, I need to wrap this up. Funny scene. But yeah, and so she terminated Sue. I thought that was going to be the end, and she stopped. You're the only part of me that they love. And then she started doing CPR, right? Chest press. I don't know, started pumping on her chest. I think it's CPR. Fuck, I'm so stupid. Okay. She started doing that, and then Sue fucking woke up, which the whole movie, she's one person, and she's switching from body to body. But this is the first time that Sue wakes up, and there's two of them. So that makes me feel a little weird, because the whole time, the guy on the phone is like, you are one. There is no she and you. You are one. So now I'm like, but there's two of them, so I don't know. I don't understand that. What was I saying? Yeah, she wakes up, and then they have a fucking fight. And this fight was great. Like, Sue kicks her, and she flies across the room and lands on a glass table. Crazy. And then she kills Elizabeth, the old one. And I was like, okay, now it's going to be the end. Oh, wow, okay, that was a weird ending. And then, no. She looks over, out the window, because that's why Elizabeth stopped killing her, is because out her window is a big-ass billboard with Sue on it of like, here's New Year's Eve. So she looks out in that and she's like, okay, I gotta get ready. So she gets ready and she goes there, and while she's in hair and makeup, her ear starts ringing, which the whole movie is like a sign of, oh, you need food, or not like actual food, but it's like a weird... It looks like semen. I don't know what else to say. It's like in a bag, whatever. It's like you need that, or you need to switch to the other body, or whatever. So her ear starts ringing like that, and she goes to the bathroom. I mean, she can't get any more of that. It was spinal fluid also. She can't get any more of that. Elizabeth is dead. She can't switch either. So she goes to the bathroom and her fucking tooth falls out, motherfucker. Oh my god. Ew. And then she fucking yanks a tooth out. What are you doing? One tooth falling out is bad enough, but then you gotta pull. Oh, and cause like I said, this movie is made to make you uncomfortable. It's a zoomed in shot, and she pulls it out, and you see the fucking. I don't know what's at the top of a tooth, but you see that, and it. Oh my god, it's so gross. And then she pulls out another one. What are you doing? Stop. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. And then she's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And she goes out of the bathroom. And it was a really funny shot, or a really funny line when Dennis Quaid is like, show us a smile. Pretty girls should always smile. And so she's like, I liked that. And then thankfully, Dennis Quaid got distracted because pretty girls walked by. And then she leaves and she's in the elevator. She pushes the button. Her fucking nail pops off. Oh my god, I hate this shit. This is whenever I was like, oh god. And not that it's bad, but I just can't handle it. God, I gotta hurry up. 26 minutes. Okay, I'm trying to rush through it. And then her fucking ear falls off. And then she becomes a fucking sludge monster. And I was like, oh my god, is this movie still going? And then during, even later than this, the people below us was like, oh, and there's an hour left. And then, everyone laughed. And I was just like, this sucks. I mean, even after the movie, my friend was like, man, theater experience was pretty bad. That's how he talks. But yeah, didn't love the theater. They were all assholes. Oh man, I cracked myself up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. That was it. I liked The Substance a lot. I would like to rewatch it now knowing all the gross body horror shit. I can brace myself for it, but yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, bye-bye.